Back to the channel. Today I'm going to be looking at a 2020 election alternate scenario if COVID never happened. Of course, a part of the 2020 election, a big part of it was COVID, as Trump did not take the coronavirus seriously. It actually ended up getting coronavirus, and Biden was very cautious about coronavirus, and that was partly why Biden got elected. So this is going to be a scenario if COVID never happened, if no one knew COVID existed. And trust me, it would be a very different election. And you'll see as we'll start filling in the states. So the safe states for Biden would have been Washington, Oregon, California, Hawaii, Illinois, New York, Vermont, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, and D.C. Nothing crazy here, just the safe states. I think usually these are always the safe states for Biden or for the Democrat, whoever, no matter who it is, unless it's some very, very unpopular Democrat. The safe states for Trump would have been Alaska, Utah, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska's at-large vote Nebraska's at-large vote, first and third congressional districts. Sorry about the at-large vote thing. Kansas, Oklahoma. I think Iowa would probably be safe. This is a state that the Democrat hasn't won since 2012, and I don't think that would be like any chance for the Democrat to win. Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, West Virginia, and South Carolina, too. So these are the safe states for Trump, and these are the safe states for Biden. As you can see here, Biden leads, but that's because Trump has a lot more states coming. So Biden's likely states, it's just going to be New Mexico and Virginia, and this is because these states both voted for Biden because he was Biden, and both these states are going to be likely states because they've always been likely states. Clinton, Obama. Well, Obama, Virginia was a little more close, but New Mexico wasn't. So those are definitely going to be likely states for Biden. Trump, he would definitely win Texas by a bigger margin. Texas, especially in the Houston area, had a lot of turnout in that Democratic areas, and that was probably because of COVID and hatred of Trump. But the hatred of Trump really didn't come until his impeachment and COVID. So Texas would have definitely done that. And also in Florida and Ohio, and just for the exact same reason that Trump was very popular there before COVID happened. And I don't think those would be likely states for Trump. Biden's lean states are going to include Nevada, Colorado, Minnesota, and New Hampshire. The last three states that I mentioned would usually be likely states, but once again, out of the fear of COVID. And also, Maine's first congressional district would be a lean, and Maine's at-large vote would also be a lean, just because Donald Trump was also very popular in Maine. So before COVID happened, so it would definitely be closer, but I do think Biden will pick those up. As you can see here, Nevada, Colorado, Minnesota, and New Hampshire, as well as Maine's first congressional district and at-large vote, are lean states for Biden just because of COVID and stuff. If COVID never happened, Trump would have still been very popular in these states. Trump's lean states are going to include Arizona, Georgia, and Wisconsin, and this is partly because of the turnout and then them voting out of fear of COVID. And then, as well as Maine's second congressional district. Donald Trump won this in 2016, and he won it in 2020. The numbers show, and he will probably win it. And Nebraska's second congressional district, another state that voted out of fear of COVID for Biden, so that would probably be red. As well as North Carolina. This is a closer state in the 2020 election, but this is another state that a Democrat hasn't won since Obama did in 2008. Actually, that's 12 years in this scenario. Biden's tilt state is going to include Michigan, and this is just because he was popular in Michigan. There's no denying he probably wouldn't have won. He probably would have won Michigan even if COVID didn't happen, and this is because Trump only won Michigan by a very, very, very close margin in 2016, and you could tell it was shifting blue when Gretchen Whitmer won the governor's race there, and also Gary Peters, well, not Gary Peters, but in 2018, Stabenow won by a very big margin. So you could tell that was going blue. And then in Pennsylvania, um, again, another state that voted out of fear of COVID, a state that Democrats were like, come vote, and a state that had huge turnout. So really, it would have been because of COVID and turnout, because not many people voted if Trump wasn't like a crazy man in their mind. And if Trump wasn't a crazy man and COVID never happened, it would have definitely been very close, as you or a very changed electoral map. As you can see here, Trump would have won 290 electoral votes, and Biden would have won 248 electoral votes. So I'm definitely thinking that Trump would have won this election, but it would have been closer than 2016's election, just because Biden is a little more popular in states like Michigan, and this Michigan actually, right? Michigan became, or Biden would be like, as I was saying, blue. Michigan was becoming more and more blue, and this is the only state that's changed from 2016, and that flipped toward Joe Biden. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe.